Oh, what's up, man? Hi, guys. I didn't know we're live. This is a rendition, I'm showing my age, of Masterpiece Theater. I'll tell you a little story. Now, 1989, a rich oil man who married into money bought the Dallas Cowboys, hired one of his best friends, a former teammate, Jimmy Johnson, who was coaching at the University of Miami, won two national championships. So they go along in the NFL, and Jimmy Johnson wins two, not one, two Super Bowls in a row. Then the other guy, Jerry the Drunk, fires the coach who won two Super Bowls in a row. Of course, Jerry the Drunk thinks he can coach the team himself. So 1994, they go to the NFC Championship game with a new coach, lose. They win the Super Bowl in 1995. After 1995, nothing. Absolutely nothing but a disgrace. If I wanted to talk about coaches, I can just, we'd be here a half hour. The amount of coaches that Jimmy and his son, Steven, who when no one's looking, he wears a jock strap over his head, have hired and fired. So, this guy, Jerry Jones, because there is a big disconnect from old heads to young kids, because these young cats have never seen a real Dallas Cowboy team. All they know is Dak Prescott, a fourth round quarterback, and what he's done, which is jack shit. And these young kids don't realize that Dallas had a quarterback after Roger Staubach. Because you guys have to realize before you were born, football did exist. Charlene, what's up? Boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. You guys have to realize, all you young cats, football existed before you were born. But let me start with my book. The great Jerry Jones. He picks a defensive end by the name of Greg Ellis instead of Randy Moss. What do you think of that? The great Jerry Jones picks a safety by the name of Roy Williams over a Hall of Fame safety by the name of Ed Reed. How does that sound? The great Jerry Jones could have had Steven Jackson. I'm going to get my guy in round two, Julius Jones. How long did he last? And if we want to talk about blown draft picks, I got a book of them. 2007. This is after Bill Parcells left. He was tired of the bullshit. They had a very good season. So they get a first round bye for the playoffs. What does Jerry Jones allow his star quarterback, Tony Romo and Jason Witten, to do? He allows them to go to Cabo San Lucas and party. You like that, right? While the New York Giants are playing a wild card game and they win. Then the following week, Jerry puts 2 NFC East tickets in each of the Dallas Cowboys' locker. And that got back to the Giants. Dallas acted like they won the game before it even started. They lost. Lets his players go to Mexico before a playoff game. Dallas had a quarterback by the name of Danny White. Danny White. He was in a no-win situation. He came in after Roger Staubach. Danny White went to 3 straight NFC championship games. And he gets called a bum. Dallas Cowboys had a running back, Marion the Barbarian Barber. He didn't believe in going out of bounds. He put his head down and would run through you. Had problems after retiring. Dallas organization knew about his problems. They didn't do anything. He died in his apartment 2 years ago in Texas when it was like Texas had a really bad summer. It was 140 degrees inside of his apartment. He died of heat exhaustion. That's how you treat your players? Not in my world, man. This is a draft channel. From day one, I said it's a draft channel. If I do $1 video a month, that's one too many. They got way too many suck job content creators that come on here every single day and talk about Dak Prescott. I think they would truly get off sitting back in a chair and watching Dak Prescott rail their girl if they had one. Drafts a quarterback by the name of Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott had 3 Hall of Famers, everyone claims, on the offensive line. Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin. Dak Prescott had Jason Witten, Dez Bryant, a rookie Ezekiel Elliott, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, a healthy Michael Gallup, a healthy Tony Pollard. What did Dak get? What did we get out of Dak? Absolutely nothing. Jaden Daniels, a rookie for the Washington Redskins, has more playoff wins in 5 months than Dak has in 9 years. And do you really think that Redskin team is that talented? No, they ain't. So you see, there's a giant disconnect between old heads like myself. I know I'm beautiful and look 21, but I'm not. So, like, when guys like me come off a certain way, it's because we're tired of the bullshit. 30 plus years of bullshit, excuses. Last year, free agency, where were the Joneses? They were on a yacht. It should have sunk. But yet 90% of these Dallas content creators, they're just they want to work for they actually want to work for Dallas, or like they do this for a living. Dallas could hire an axe murderer tomorrow at head coach, and you'd see a million videos come up. Yeah, this guy's the best. This guy's the best. How many times Dallas will sign some free agent during the season? Yo, they run to their computer to let me drop a video. That's why, like, what are you? Are you a content creator? Are you a reporter? You're just a suck job? You just want to work for the Star? I'm sure they got parking lot attendants available. Nate Dogg, what's up? These content creators are making the case why Schottenheimer will be good for us. Shaking my head. Listen, man, these same content creators, if the Dallas Cowboys signed Joe Biden with his mental intellect as the head coach, they would say it. So you can't fucking say, excuse my language, I ain't no Dallas fan, bro. I watched them as a kid go to 3 straight NFC championship games and lose. And then I was there for a long time, bad years. Then I was there when I saw 3 Super Bowls. But if Jerry the Drunk doesn't fire Jimmy, Dallas wins 5 straight and is considered the best team ever. And we probably have 8 more Dallas Cowboys in Canton. Jerry Jones gets an A+ in business, but for actually running a football team, content creators can do it better. 805 Vaughn jumping in the house. What's up? Content creators can actually do it better than them. When it comes to drafting, let's be honest. Dak Prescott, we tried trading up for like 7 other quarterbacks and couldn't. He was the last one on the board. We backed into him. Micah Parsons, we didn't want him. We tried trading up with the Miami Dolphins to get Patrick Surtain. They said no. So what did Dallas do? Dallas traded back, and Micah fell into our laps. Imagine if Micah would have went like to the Giants. This coaching search is a joke. Has anyone ever noticed? Like I said, this is a rendition of Masterpiece Theater. Has anyone ever noticed that Jerry only signs his head coach during Super Bowl week? Why, might you ask? Who? Who? Oh, wait, I didn't even get there yet. Even with my aluminum hat, best beard on YouTube. Anyone ever noticed that Jerry only signs his head coach during Super Bowl week? Think about it. It's Super Bowl week. Dallas won shit, but yet Dallas is in the news every day. Why? Because they just hired a coach. If you look around the NFL in preseason games, there's lucky if there's like 10,000, 15,000 people in stands. Dallas gets 90,000 people for preseason games. Why? What does he care about winning? What? He drafted Ezekiel Elliott, number 4. Ezekiel Elliott can't get a job selling hot dogs now in the NFL, but yet Jalen Ramsey was on the board at cornerback, and he right now is the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. Who do you think was the proper pick? Ezekiel Elliott or Jalen Ramsey? It's a shame. Common sense is not common, people. And then you have these suck jobs that question, like, are you a Dallas fan or not? When you know nothing about the history of this team. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All you know is what the Fun Bunch, that's a group of dudes that know jack shit. All you know is what they tell you. That's what you know about this team. But when you get old heads like, I was born into this. My entire family, my father, God rest his soul, had the tattoo on his arm. Had the star tattooed on his arm. But how about them Cowboys underneath it? My mother, God rest her soul, Dallas fan. 2 siblings, the Dallas fans. We have a rule around the holidays. Because my one sister, her side of the family is Giant fans. So we have a rule that we don't talk football because things get agitated when you compare Dallas to the suck job Giants. But it is what it is. So Danny White went to 3 straight NFC Championship games. He gets called a bum. If Dak Prescott went to 1 NFC Championship game, our fan base would say he belongs in Canton, Ohio. We don't have a coach. How are you properly grading these draft players? Because we all know each coach runs a different system and likes different kind of players. Where was free agency? Where was Jerry? He was on the boat on vacation with his family, laughing his ass off at all the Dallas fans. I said in May, we had the worst running back and defensive tackle room in the NFL. I think I was kind of right. Then, before the season, Dallas sends a draft pick to the New York Giants for a defensive tackle we could have signed in free agency for nothing. It wouldn't have cost us any draft picks. Does that make sense, anybody? But these same suck jobs came on here and it's like, oh, this guy's great. He's the next William Refrigerator Perry. Showing my age. He's the next Aaron Donald. Plays one game. And Dallas cuts him. What do you think of that shit? Trades for the player. They trade for the player that they could have got for nothing. Then they cut him. Oh! Talking to my 100-pound killer when he hears me like a certain tone of my voice. What's your matter? What's your matter? What's your matter? So, Dak Prescott, he got handed a team loaded, and yet we have these content creators that say, we got to help Dak. Do you honestly think guys like me don't want to see this team win? I bought my sons Dak Prescott jerseys when they were little, along with Sean Lee, other guys. Dak ain't it. Dak has gotten close to $500 million. Dak only got signed because the fan base wanted him. What does Jerry care? $240 million for Jerry. That's like ordering DoorDash for us. But you all wanted him. Where is Dak in the big games? He disappears. He vanishes. Listen, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Happens in a lot of lines of work. Cops, firemen. When shit hits the fan, they stand there. MMA fighters, bouncing. When the shit hits the fan, they freeze. Before big games and playoff games, Dak freezes. His eyes are like this, like a deer. But yet, all these suck jobs come on these shows and they praise this dude. Coaching search. It's not even being taken seriously, man. Dallas has won nothing for 30 years, and they're the most valuable franchise in the NFL. I stopped watching them a long time ago. If they're on the television, I'll watch them. I'm not ordering Sunday ticket to watch a bunch of losers. Nah, bro. Because my expectations out of life are higher than yours. When you're a Dallas Cowboy, you either win the Super Bowl or the season was a failure. That is the Dallas Cowboy standard. But yet we have fans that would rather see Dak Prescott win an MVP than win a Super Bowl. Our coaching search is a joke. It's a mockery. Dallas is a brand like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Has nothing to do about football. Nothing. Training camp. Don't you think training camp should be in Texas where it's 130 degrees outside? Maybe Michael wouldn't have to be hunched over with his hands on his hips. No, they go to nice Oxnard, California, where it's about 60 degrees, 70 degrees. Yeah, that's a really good place to get in shape. Listen, man, this team is never going to change. team's never going to change till Jerry croaks and they sell this team. Steven's going to be worse than Jerry. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. If you could have seen the Cowboys in my younger years, the way they used to play, you would act like me. You would have my opinion. But the fans that are out here now, Dallas fan 1977 in the house. Thank you for jumping in. 805 Vaughn. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Everybody, it's just some people have bigger expectations out of life than others. I'm a draft guy. I got over 200 videos. I think 21 or 22 have been Dallas videos. They got enough suck jobs on here. This is a draft channel, 365 days out of the year, 7 days out of the week, 2024. And I could do a better job than Will McClay. I could. I'm very confident in what I can do and what I can't do. It all goes back to Dak and Stefan. And yes, we all want to see our team win. But real quick, man, I'm going to end this. The talent that Dak has had, you honestly see us ever getting that talent back for him? Nah, bro. Redskins are going to the NFC Championship game with a rookie quarterback. We haven't been there 30 years. Troy Aikman said it the best. Jerry Jones was like, I can get 1,000 people to coach this team. If you are normal, you don't want this job. Who the hell wants to deal with Jerry Jones every day? Meddling in, telling you who should play, who not should play. Fucking dude puts salt on McDonald's. Who the fuck does that? Part of my language. So, 1977, Dallas fan. Remember Will McClay, McCarthy, and Stephen wanted Dak to they wanted Dak for the extension. That was not the right move would have been letting Dak play out this season and see how it goes. So Dak gets hurt after 5 games or whatever. After he told everybody, you don't like it, jump off. It's amazing, bro. Dude gets $250 million. Starts dressing and acting like Nicky Barnes. If you've never seen American Gangster, check it out. It's a really good movie. But the smart move is let him play out the season, and then you see. So what would have happened? Dak would have got hurt. Now you got him behind the 8 ball. You can go test free agency coming off a torn hamstring. And let me tell you something, or even not a torn hamstring. I do not see Dak's market value as high as all these other fans are. I truly don't. There's going to come a day when Dak does not play football for the Dallas Cowboys, and he's going to vanish from the NFL. No way any other team is going to cater to him like every other NFL, like the Dallas Cowboy has. Every other team moves on from their players when they don't stick around. When they're not performing. Not the Cowboys. Look at Ezekiel Elliott. Why was Zeke brought back this year? He ran like he had shit in his pants to sell jerseys. Today's Friday, January 24th at 15:52 hours. I'll bet money we draft Shador Sanders on day 3 just so they can throw 21 on him and it'll say Sanders in the back. Even though he's undersized, even though he's going to be a 25-year-old rookie, it's all about the mighty dollar. First round, if Austin Gentry's on the board, Dallas will draft him. 90% of our fans are going to go out and buy 6 jerseys. I legit cannot have a conversation with 90% of the Dallas fans out there. They're delusional. That's why this is a draft channel. Danny Savage, Draft Guru. Guru World Order. Season's a joke. We got no coaching staff in place. Yet the East-West Shrine Bowl is going to be going on soon. How do you not have people looking at people there? And it should be coaches, not just scouts. Last year at the Combine, McCarthy didn't even go to the Combine. We got the Senior Bowl coming up. Where are our coaches? Oh, that's right, we don't have any. Big disconnect between the young cats and the older guys like me. Yo, so many of my friends are like, yo, we're done. Legit, done. We don't care. This year, there were a lot of colors in that stadium that weren't Dallas colors. And that's the only way you can hurt Jerry is in the pockets. I said my piece, but I bleed blue and silver. But this is the GWO. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life. We're dropping a few prospects, draft prospects in a couple of minutes. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in the chat.